Hello and welcome back to my Inktober prompt series. Today is double. For double, I toyed around with a few ideas. One of the more prominent ideas I had was of twins eating a double scoop of ice cream, or something to do with ice cream in general, like just the double scoop part. I had this nagging feeling I wanted to bring back the pop idol though, and after thinking on it, I came up with an idea of a pop idol with a double life. First, I thought of showing her in her dressing room and keeping the shadows heavy on one side of her and one side of the room, holding a knife, and the other side brightly lit with her makeup and pretty sparkly, sugary accessories as she prepped for a show. When I went to start the sketch though, I thought it would be more illustrative to have her actually performing and casting a shadow of her double life from the spotlight. I also would have gotten frustrated with the idea that maybe her dressing room had crappy lighting. So she's really sweet, but deep down, for some reason, she just doesn't get along with other people and has always been a solo act. She sings about heartbreak, first loves, ice cream, wanting to be lazy, but sometimes she gets this urge that wins over on dark nights. Maybe she just slashes people randomly, or it's a target she vets over time. Takes solace in the fact that she still loves sweet sugary things, and only kills with the cutest of knives. She might have a double life, but she stays true to herself. So the knife was actually inspired by some real-life knives. They're called Lolita knives. They're real knives, and while they say they're meant for cooking, I wonder how practical it would be to try to cut anything with a bow around the handle. I basically made the bunny one a cat, lowered the hearts, put on a handguard, and serrated the edge on the top. I don't think that they'd make very good actual cooking knives, but I think they make great display pieces, but I don't think I'd use one seriously. I'm really happy I went with this idea. It has a really neat effect, and I'm glad I didn't have to draw a lot of little accessories. I'm not very good at this kind of thing. She has a bit of a cat theme, or at least I tried to give her a bit of a cat theme. I tried to keep her look similar in both versions. She still has puffy sleeves, but she's wearing long gloves to protect her arms and avoid fingerprints. Her cat ears, when viewed from the side, resemble devil horns, and she's still rocking that side ponytail. I got through the sketch pretty quickly for this one. It's a pretty easy setup, and I knew it was going to take some time to ink. I tried to make her sleeves look translucent, and I wanted there to be a lot of ruffles. I had to be careful, because if I added too much blocking and shading to the light side, it would detract from the contrast of her shadow side. I had to plan out carefully what parts of her shadow side were going to be completely blocked out, and how close they were going to be to the light side. I originally thought about blocking in her cute little shorts, but decided that would bleed over to the shadow side even if I left a little bit of a gap. I also thought the gap might look too much like light and wouldn't make sense with the way the rest of the light flows. So I didn't have a repeat of thunder. I decided to have only the shadows reach about midway. It actually worked out, since I would have started to run into the heavy shading on her double side. I added in some blood splatter to break up the negative space and illustrate what she might be doing with that cute knife. This was supposed to be a less detailed piece with heavier inking, so I wasn't expecting too much out of it, but I am actually really happy with the way it came out. I don't do illustrations like this very often, really anything moody or dark. I'm not really one to vent my emotions onto paper. I used to when I was younger, and while I enjoyed it, I didn't like receiving criticism on something I drew as a coping mechanism. I guess I still could now and then and just not post it, but I find that just drawing and formulating stories or ideas is just as effective for me and helps with most of the depression that I deal with. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you know how YouTube works. Leave any comments and suggestions down below and I'll be back tomorrow with prompt 30. Jolt. Bye!